How's it going, chat? Welcome to the stream. Hello. Hope you all are having a great day. Hope you guys are all having an amazing Friday. Shit. I know I am, outside of that. It's been a great day. Hope you guys are all having a great day as well. Today, it's kind of funny. I was gonna talk about something, I completely forgot what I was gonna talk about, but I released a YouTube video yesterday, and one of the first comments I got was just some guy getting upset that I had a call to action, which I thought was hilarious, but, you know, it is what it is. Because it's a Friday, of course, we're just gonna have a nice, delicious beer. Oh, shit. Cheers, chat. Cheers. Let's see. Oh my god, my bottle opener is getting worse. Cheers. Amazing. Absolutely fucking delicious. Music is a bit loud, I think. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. Let's see. There you go. Is that better for y'all? Hopefully that's a bit better, the music volume. But yeah, again, happy Friday. Thanks for joining the stream today. Today, we are not going to be playing Celeste. I want to do a little bit more practice off stream before the next Celeste stream, because I want to be able to start the next Celeste stream with just a speed run and hopefully get my time down. So I am going to stream this Saturday, or Sunday. Not Saturday, Sunday. I want to make that very clear. I do not have time to stream on Saturday, unfortunately, but I do have time to stream Sunday. And one of the things I'm gonna do is we're gonna do a speedrun Sunday, and we'll do some practice as well. And then next week, I'm gonna stream Monday. I can't stream Wednesday, unfortunately, next week, because I have work that night. But then we'll be back on Friday again next week. Also, today, I read this really cool paper. This is the nerdiest thing I'm gonna talk about the entire stream. Sorry, I can't hear myself with the music being that loud. The nerdiest thing I'm going to talk about all stream is I read a paper where these people, they took amino acids, which have a... Do I even want to talk about it, like, chemically? Basically, amino acids are what make up your proteins in your body. And they found a way to take these, like, chains of amino acids and turn them into, like, circles by just blasting them with microwaves, which was so cool. I thought it was one of the coolest things I've ever read. And so I did a bunch of research on that today. But yeah. But because we're not playing Celeste, I wanted to do something more fun for today's stream. And so today we're going to be playing a game which is on the internet called Will You Press the Button? And it's literally just a game where you're presented with a scenario where you get some positive outcome, but in return, if you were to accept that, you get an also negative outcome. Hey, Blair Bennett. Hey, Menendreas. Yeah. It's not that nerdy. I mean, I could go way more into depths about it. Like, basically, you take microwaves and you hit your so you have your amino acid in a solvent, and you put it in the direction of a microwave. This microwave has an oscillating magnetic field, and what ends up happening is the things in solution want to they want to orient themselves in the electric field. But the electric field's changing so much that it keeps switching orientation like this, and there's other molecules around, so they're hitting each other rapidly. So it generates heat inside of the solvent. And because of that local heat, it then forces the reaction to occur. But what's really cool is once it makes the cycle, because it no longer has a dipole moment, it no longer wants to spin, so it basically shuts it down immediately, which is so cool. That's why I was like, it's actually really cool. And there's like two types of heating. There's rotating dipole heating, which is the one I just talked about, and then there's another type, which is basically if you have any charged compounds in your species, they will rapidly move, not even rotationally, they'll just try to move towards where the electric field is pointing. It was still really cool, but like it could get nerdier. I could even go even more in depth, but we're not going to do that today because nobody's here to hear me talk about amino acids. But again, we're gonna be playing the button, and I think I'm also gonna use this to try to learn how to use the poll feature. But we'll see. I'm going to pull it up now. And we can just start playing for a bit. Have a good time, hopefully. But yeah, I'm here. Let me switch to the game scene. There we go. So this is the site. Our let's see. We need like pensive music for this, like some fun pensive music. Let me get here. Let me go to YouTube. Pull this up to the side. I don't want to dox myself. Unfortunately, I know doxing myself is fun, but we're not gonna do that. I'm feeling like Wii Shop music, low key. I think we play the Wii Shop music, and it's kind of gonna go hard. Wii Shop channel music. Is there like, yeah, there's a 1 hour version. There we go, perfect. That's like, this is like perfect music for this. Wait, we need to like make it even quieter. Perfect. So it's like perfectly pensive, but yeah. So like this is what I mean, where you're given the question is, will you press the button? And you're presented with two options. The positive, so in this case, if I were to press the button, everything I say would come true, but in return, you will get the opposite of what you say. So like, let's think about it. Everything you say will come true, but it has to be the opposite of what you say. So this is like saying like, man, this beer will be great and it will taste like shit, but it will objectively taste like shit. So like, it would be kind of annoying because you'd have to learn to speak in double negatives essentially, but you could always get the outcome you want. Like if I wanted to get $1 million right now, I would literally just have to say like, man, I would hate to have $1 million, or I'm gonna lose $1 million, and you would immediately get that $1 million. But the annoying part is you'd have to literally think of every single word you're ever gonna say, which is just annoying. It would be so tedious. Which I just like, but like, it'd be worth it, right? Like you could literally change your life for maybe not the better, but you could change it to whatever outcome you want. Like why, like what is the downside is what I'm trying to figure out. Like I guess this, again, it's annoying, but it's not really a downside. It's just kind of like a weird thing that you'd have to accept, but eventually you'd get used to it. You would just learn to speak in double negatives a lot. Most people would hate you. You'd be talking to people and they would never be able to understand what you're talking about, or you would just insult them. You'd be like, wow, I think you look like shit. And they would immediately look beautiful, but you would be insulting them in the process. They probably wouldn't like that. But yeah, let's see what comments think. This could be bad if you say something like, this is so cool. Like, poof, it's not cool anymore. Wow. Thank you, Miniman Gaming 090. I will not win 100,000 in a random draw. I will not have infinite Skittles. My brother will not be nice to me. Yeah, literally you'll just get whatever the hell you want, as long as you just say it opposite. You could literally solve any problem you want. Like, I don't know, what's a problem that I would care to solve? I'm trying to think. You could just say, we will not have world peace, and then suddenly, boom, there is no more war, no more conflict of any sort. You just have to say that singular statement. So, like, you should just press this. I don't know. I mean, I guess this is... How do I do a poll? I know there's a way to do it. We're gonna try to figure this out now, but, like... Question. So... answer the poll, but I think the answer is, if you say no, you're stupid. I'm just putting that out there. Sure, start poll. You have to put up your friends for it. But yeah, like, you have to press this. You would be delusional not to press this. I'm just saying. That's literal insanity if you don't press this button. Like, what? No? What the what do you mean no? How are you gonna say no to pressing the button? Like, what do you mean no? I don't understand. How is someone gonna report no? That's crazy. Whatever, fuck it. Okay, I will not then. Sure. How? Okay. You'd have to watch what I say more than like, yeah, but you could literally have anything you ever wanted. Also, who are the 38% of people who are like, nope, I can't do this. My life would be too horrible without it. That's insane. That is so stupid. Like, what? Like, genuinely, what is this? How do 38% of the people think my life would be so inconvenient to have literally whatever I want? I don't get it. That's insanely stupid. Whatever. We got a next one. Okay. Next situation. So, real wings will grow out of your shoulders, where you can fly with. Further, you get the ultrasound. What? Oh no! Further, you get the ultrasound ability, so you can see in the dark like bats do. But you are searched by the government for human experimenting. If you get captured, it is uncertain that you will live happily and long. Okay. So unlike the last one, which I think was incredibly obvious that you should press it, what is the benefit here? Literally, what? You get wings, I guess that's kind of cool, and you can fly. Okay, I guess like flight could be cool, but like it's not that cool. It's like okay cool, you know? It's not that big of a deal. Okay, but you could fly, and you can also see in the dark, which is like, in a modern world, that's a pretty like, you can see in the dark with your phone. You could just shine a flashlight on something and you automatically see it. I guess it's a bit more inconvenient than going like, and then like having your whistles bounce off stuff, but like, what is the advantage here? I just don't get it. And in return, you're just hunted by the government? That sounds awful. Like, that sounds like one of the worst fucking things you could do. I genuinely don't understand what the advantage of this is. I mean, let's see. Other people always have their, like, little thing. I guess you could get dragon wings, sure. Yeah, I guess that's also true. How do you know they're going to be dragon wings? They could literally be, like, the wings of a bee. Like, what if you get the wings of a fly that are just, like, buzzing really loudly? Like, that's such a worthless skill. You know what's crazy? Is I'm going to do the poll, and I'm going to click whatever it says, and there's going to somehow be 70% of people clicked it. It's going to be so stupid. I actually, like, there's no advantage here, but somehow 70% of the human population that has seen this button are going to go, yup, that's it. I'm going to click that. Like, they're going to be so stupid. I just don't get it. Like, this is insane. Whatever. I'll start the poll. Let's do, you can only do minimum 1 minute polls. I feel like you shouldn't have to. That's crazy. That's so stupid. Whatever. I'm just like, who would press that? Genuinely, you get nothing. The ability to fly is not even something we can't even access. You could just get a pilot's license. Or you, like, I don't know, flying's not even that interesting. Like, it's not worth being chased by the government. Like, that's stupid. Just don't understand. I just don't get it. Literally, what is the point? Yeah, you would press the button. Great. So whoever's voting is just going to pick the opposite of what I say. Sure. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, sure. I'll press it. How? How have 50% of people pressed this? It actually makes no sense. What do you get? What? Like, who is this? Who is anonymous? I mean, it's anonymous, yeah, but like, sure. Sure, I'll press the opposite of what you say. Wow. Wow, no, that's really good. Because I'm very stupid, so you should really pick everything I do, like, don't say. Because I'm obviously a very unintelligent, very slow-thinking individual. Yeah, you can be more like anonymous here, who says, quote, So literally be able to fly, but being hunted down like you were with the not even an apostrophe, but a double apostrophe on the most wanted list. Heck yeah, smash his button. Wait, why did I do that? XD, because I live in the clouds and have no cares about the most wanted list. Yeah, no, this guy, you want to listen to him. He's very intelligent. You can tell because he put duh in instead of the, and he put a double apostrophe in your. This is the guy you want to follow. Whatever. Next one, whatever. All right. You can lift, push, or pull objects 10 times your weight, but you have unremovable hair in your palms. Okay. When they say unremovable hair, do they just mean hair that like can't be removed by like lasers or anything like that? Or do they mean like you can't shave it? Because, hear me out. In your palms. That's why I'm saying like, can you just like shave it? Because it specifically says in your palms, which like, you know, your hair's in your head, but like you can cut your hair. So if it's just in your palms and grows outward, I'll just shave it regularly. That's not that inconvenient, and you're automatically the world lifting champion. You just bulk like crazy, end up like 350 pounds, and then boom, you can literally lift 3,500 pounds. But if I'm going the more like, I see it all as ingrown hairs, that would suck actually. Like if you shave it and then it just like curls in and starts piercing your skin. Ugh. Oh, that would actually be so awful. You might be onto something. You might not even want to shave it. Yeah. Okay, then what's the positive here? I mean, being able to lift 3,500 pounds is like cool, but there's not really anything in real life that would require it, you know? Also, I don't care about strength, so no. Yeah, exactly. It's like, being strong is nice. You can do a lot of things, but like you don't gain much. Like the world's already designed in such a way, knowing that humans are weak, so that like there are machines that will lift the heavy things when heavy things need to be lifted. So you don't really gain much out of it other than like you don't need to hire a mover, I guess. Like if you're ever like you could pick up a bed. That's kind of cool. I don't know. I feel like this is like a case of like, it's not even that big of a win, you know? It's cool, but it's not that good. Whatever. I think the answer is like you don't, honestly. I think the honest answer is you don't do it. But I don't know. We'll see. I feel like, okay. Part of me is also just like, I don't know, 0. You don't need to put friends to vote. Oh, it must be at least one friend. Sure, we'll put one friend. Voting costs exactly one friend. But like, yeah, I mean, like, okay. My question is that, because I kind of want to know personally how many people percentage-wise did vote for this. Like, what percentage of people are going to press yes? And in my head, it should be like 30%. I'm going to say a solid 30% of people think that this is like a good outcome and will press it. But again, like, I don't know. Let's see. Like, what do you get out of it? It's just not like that useful. Oh, wait. You know what? It could be like Spider-Man though. If y'all remember the first Spider-Man movie, the reason he can climb on walls is he has like spider hairs on his hands. That's like the reason he was able to climb up walls. I wonder if like that like causes it. I don't know. I'm just not going to press it. Okay, about 36% of people pressed it. That's about what I expect. I feel like there's like some people who really want to be strong, but like most people, I think any normal person would rather just want to have normal looking hands and not have to like anytime they want to shake your hand, have to like move the hairs out of the way. Because that would just be nasty. Honestly, that would be fucking gross. Alright, well, we get to go to the next button. So hopefully we'll find an... What? Oh, I guess there's Russian on this. Whatever. Let's translate it. Let's see. Okay. It's nice. That's awesome. I'm glad it translated that for me. Alright. You can have anything in the world at your fingertips, but you have to share it with the person you hate the most. Okay. I mean... Okay, actually, this one's kind of hard. I have to think about who I hate the most in the world. I don't really hate anyone, now that I think about it. But, like... Who do I hate? That's the real question. Because I don't hate anyone off the top of my head. There's some people I find really, really fucking annoying. But that's not hate. That's more just like inconvenient. Click it. I hate myself the most. If that doesn't count, then still press it because I don't care if they do good or not. Damn. Got something you want to say, Blair? Are you okay? Are you feeling good? Sounds like you're having a hard time. I mean, like... I don't know, because there's a part of me that's, like, so petty that if I'm doing well in life, it's specifically, like, if I really didn't like somebody, I'd want to hold it over them. But, like, I understand that's really, really fucking petty. But, like, it would feel so good to hate the fuck out of somebody and be like, ha, I'm doing well in life. Oh, where are you at? You're in the fucking gutter. Get fucked. Loser. But, like, you can't do that. If, like, whatever good you get. Oh, you know what would be really, like, sick to do with this power, though? Imagine you, like, the person you hate is, like, allergic to peanuts, and you're like, I would like 1,000 peanuts. You've just committed murder, but you could fuck with them. Yeah. Hard time for the past 9 to 20 years. Also, you can give them bad things out of spite. Yeah, exactly. You just fuck with them. Like, I'm going to give you 10 million losing lotto tickets. And so that just, like, ends up in their yard. Meanwhile, you can specifically ask to have yours, like, in a ditch. You just litter a shit ton, but it's no longer your problem. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is another case where you just kind of take it. But, like, I don't know. I'm not going to read that one, but... I hate no one as long as I get 5 gallons of Kool-Aid. Right. That's... The name checks out, I guess. I hate self, problem solved. Wow. Okay. I'm not sharing it with Donald. Okay. Dude, these comments are insane. Are these people okay? Holy shit. What the f... Dude, these people need help. They're all just going about how they're gonna kill the dude. Or how they're gonna kill themselves. Like, what? I hate loophole people. I choose no because if you want to share your Lamborghini or my son with that, clearly you don't deserve it. Remember, you hate them for a reason. Wait, this is how the government, we are using my tax money to give the recipient to welfares. Anger money ensued. What the fuck? You thought of the government or suicide? What? These people are insane. What? Wait, oh my god, genius. I think personally, if I'm thinking about it though, because I do kind of hate the government, but like, I could be like, I want 13 trillion world, but now the government's out of debt. And then boom, the economy gets, okay, you just want to kill yourself. Well, that's great, Blair. Okay, well, I'm going to say, yeah, you just take it. Yeah, 61%, that's fair. The fact that over half the people don't want to die and just want stuff is good. I think that's a fair outcome. But I guess suicide is an option, sure. I really hope there's no one you hate that much that you're willing to off yourself, though. That's kind of insane. Like, you don't even get to relish in their death if that's the case. But yeah. Okay. You get paid 10 grand a day to live in the White House, but if the president ever sees you, you die. Wait, that's so easy. Our president's not even in the White House half the time. He's out golfing. Like, I only have to worry about like once a week when he goes to his work. And like the White House is huge. You could just like live in the ceiling and you'll be fine. Also, I guess here's the question. Like, can I leave the White House or am I just getting 10K a day but I can't do anything with it because I'm stuck there? Like, if I just like go to the White House every other day, cash in my 10 grand and then I leave and then I'm fine. Like, there are times where the president has to leave the country for extended meetings. I just stay there for those couple days, cash in my like 3 grand, and then I just dip out. And then I'm fucking goated. Get the highest paying job in the world, professional loiterer. Easy, press it and plant 5 false evidence, then leave for 10 to 20K. Literally. And then, like, also, if the president ever sees me, you die. Like, oh well. Like, I feel like there are jobs that I do right, or that I have done, that have higher risks than this. Which, like, might sound insane, but I'm being honest. Like, what? I've worked in a, like, you know, a pizza kitchen or fast food places. And those are dangerous, generally. Like, they're not, like, super dangerous, but you have, like, a real risk of getting hurt. Yeah, wait, do we even know if he can see well? I'm not sure he can. I'm pretty sure our current president is, like, he's got currently, like, skin that overhangs his eyes so he can't even see. So it's, like, not even that big of a deal. And at the rate we're going, all of our other presidents are also going to be geriatric, so it's not really a big deal in that sense. So I think it's just like another easy press. You just take it. What? Wait, what do you mean only 39%? That's insane. That's such an easy, like, cash flow. How in the hell are only 39% of people willing to take the money? That is actually okay. Dude, okay, I was gonna read the comments, but I'm starting to think these people might need, like, help. I guess it does depend on how old the president is. But, like, even, I don't know, like, the White House is huge. Like, here, I don't want to necessarily pull up, here, White House map. Like, the White House is genuinely massive, and I'm not joking about that. Here we go. Open link in new tab. There we go. So if you go here, you have so many rooms you can hide in. I mean, who the president was when people decided, true. Wait, no. Oh, no. Yeah, like, you can just hide in here. There's a swimming pool? Wait a minute. Okay, the West Room is where their office is, I'm pretty sure. Or it's where all the offices are, apparently. But, like, you could literally just hide out in, like, one of these 30, or not even 30, like, I don't know, 1,000 rooms? Like, hell, you know our president's not going to the calligraphy workshop. I'm just saying. I don't even think they know what calligraphy is. So I'm hanging out there. And then I'm just cashing in a check. I mean, literally, how many days would you have to stay to be a millionaire? If you make 10K a day, that means you, in 10 days, you would have to wait 100 days and you would have $1 million. And assuming you get to leave, that means you just have to come every 3rd day. And you're fine. And you don't even have to be there for a long time. You just have to step on White House property and you immediately get 10K. Like that's insane that only 40% of people took that. That is actually insane. Whatever. You can change your physical appearance in any way at any time, including swapping genders, but you will never be able to look the same way twice. Okay, I mean, that's really easy. Like, you just change your features ever so slightly. Like, what? Oh, I want to look different now. Snap, I look different. Oh, I want to look similar to how I do now, but I can't, so I'm just gonna like give myself sharper cheekbones. Boom, like problem solved. Like that's really not that big of a deal. Or oh, I want to look how I do now, but my hair is slightly shorter. Like what is the problem here? I don't understand. Like this is such an easy press. Watch, there's still gonna somehow be 70% of people don't press it. Okay, only 27%. Yeah, this is like the easiest yes on the planet. Saying no to this is insane. Genuinely. I unironically started to believe like this website should be a way of measuring intelligence, and I'm not even joking about that. Like, not being able to do or pick the correct option should be punishable. I'm not sure punishable by what. I haven't decided yet. But, like, you should get in trouble if you press the wrong option. Just saying. It's like, how do you mess this up? Okay. What is with these options, bro? Yeah, wait. You win $1 million, but you can't use a smartphone. Oh, wait. Smartphone / device. That means anything that connects to the internet. Ooh. That's actually hard. I actually don't know the answer to this one. On one hand, no, basically all electronics are gone. You can use like old electronics, but you can't use anything that connects with the internet. That's what makes something smart, something that connects to the internet. So like I could play like an old GameCube, but like I'm not getting any new games ever again, basically. Like you're basically stuck like pre-2010 is where you're at. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's devices total. I thought it was saying smartphone / smart device. It's just called devices. Yeah, you can't use any electronics. I actually think this is not worth it. And my reasoning is that as much as I think the $1 million is kind of nice, it's not life-changing money. I think I could get over not having devices, but I'd want to have enough money that I could live without having to worry about literally anything. But if I have $1 million, I mean, let's say I put all of that in the stock market and like I don't know, and invest it in the S&P 500. The S&P 500 generally returns, let's say, 11% per year. Then I'm walking away with $100,000 a year about. That's not even including taxes. With taxes, it'd probably be significantly less, but still. You're still walking with a lot of money, but it's not life-altering money. And assuming you just use the $1 million all up front, then you're still gonna have to get a job at some point, and you will literally be unemployable if you can't use a device. I'd have to give up video games and anime, so $1 million isn't enough. Yeah, I mean, well, you could still get manga. You could read. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't mind just reading for the rest of my life. That's why I'm like kind of okay with the idea of giving up TV and games. I think it would suck, but like I still enjoy reading. But yeah, not being able to live comfortably with that money is the issue for me. So I think I will not. 41% of people are willing to go with it. I'm actually surprised. I feel like that's not like really worth it, but whatever. Okay. You get superhuman physical skill, a 20 times longer lifespan, can change your physical appearance once, and you become filthy rich, but you now have a cursed fedora that you cannot remove from your body. It'll always make you look hideous and repulsive to everyone, including yourself, no matter how good you look. What? What? What's wrong with that? I mean, like, the Wii Shot music's starting to get on my nerves. We're turning that off. And we're playing something else. Oh, whoops. Wrong thing. Ew. GG. I mean, like, you will look ugly. I'm not even gonna try to outplay this. I'm assuming they're saying, like, even if you change your appearance, you will always just look like absolute shit. You will always look chopped as hell. But I guess the question is that, I mean, superhuman physical skill though. Here's the thing. Even if you looked hella chopped and you have to wear this ugly ass fedora, having superhuman's physical skill will let you do anything you want. Like, you could just become a world-renowned athlete. And, like, people will like you just because of that. People don't necessarily only like other humans because they're hot. People like humans because of who they are or whatever. So superhuman physical skill includes, like, you can run faster than anybody. You can jump higher. You can throw things farther. You're probably super charismatic. Like, you'll still be fine. You just have to wear this ugly ass hat. And you'll look ugly. But, like, I feel like that's not that big of a loss. I don't know. I actually am not entirely sure on this one, to be honest. I feel like this one truly is kind of up in the air. Because I also kind of don't want to look chopped as hell. Maybe that's a bad way of looking at it. I don't know. I feel like I actually don't know if I'd press it. I feel like I don't want to look that bad. But there's also, like, you could do anything. Can you hide the fedora though and make it smaller? I think when they say it'll always make you look hideous and repulsive to anyone, I think they're just saying that the fedora automatically makes you feel and look ugly. I don't think it means that the fedora, like, I don't think people seeing the fedora is how you, like, makes you ugly. I think the act of wearing the fedora is what makes you ugly. And you can't take it off. I think that's what they're trying to imply. But, like, if you could make it smaller, I guess, like, you could literally make it, like, atoms thick. I don't know. But, like, I feel like this isn't that... This actually is hard. I don't know if I'd press it. I feel like it's not worth it. But also at the same time, it really is worth it. Like, you could literally be in the history books with this. Like, this right here would put you in the history books. Oh, but also, I don't know if I'd want to live 20 times longer. Honestly, this might be a hot take. I kind of want, like... I want to clarify, I don't want to die now. But I kind of want to die in a normal lifespan. Like... Dying 20, like, you will lose everyone you care about. And while you might make people you care about more, I don't think it would, you'll, like, just grow super cynical, super depressed. You're gonna hate everything. Like, it's just, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know. I'm gonna say no. Okay, so I feel like, yeah, majority said no. I feel like that's fair. Wanting to live that long is just not worth it, in my opinion. Easy solve. End it when you want to stop the longer lifespan. I guess that's true. You could just kill yourself. But, like, I feel like the nice way of death is, like, unplanned, you know? which might sound weird. I kind of don't want to like have a pre-planned death. I kind of just want to die. But maybe that's a weird way of thinking. I don't know. Whatever, we move on. Okay. You create something extraordinary to science, but it can be used to kill millions, perhaps even ruin the planet forever. Okay. This is actually weird because I am a scientist. I'm going to say yeah. Like, what's the issue? Like, this is such a easy win. You can create something truly extraordinary to science, but that science might kill millions of people. There's already a scientist who's done this. This is like Haber-Bosch. This guy's already basically achieved this. Let's see. Here we go. Haber-Bosch Wikipedia. There we go. We just pull up Haber-Bosch real quick. This guy's already, he created the Haber-Bosch process, which converts nitrogen in the air to ammonia, which is used to make fertilizer. And that fertilizer is literally like 50% of the nitrogen in all human beings, or probably even all life at this point, comes from the Haber-Bosch process. But he also like, ammonia was also turned into ammonium nitrate, which is explosives. Haber-Bosch also made chlorine gas, which he used for war. But he is literally responsible for the deaths of millions of people. I don't know how many specifically, but he is responsible for a lot of murder. But he is also responsible for literally like all human life today. And that's not a joke. This guy is literally responsible for all human life. I think it is very fair to say that it would be worth it to do it. I mean, maybe I'm too science-pilled for this, but like, it doesn't even sound like that bad of an outcome. And like, I don't know. I feel like, honestly, this might be a weird way of thinking about it, but like, science is kind of like music in a way, or art, where I feel like you have to separate the art from the artist, you know? Like, in the same way that gunpowder exists, gunpowder is used to make fireworks, which people love. And gunpowder is also used to make guns, which people are killed by. The science itself is not the issue. The way people choose to use it is up to individuals. And like, that's not up to scientists to decide the outcome of their work. I feel like that's not fair. Scientists don't get to choose how their work is used. It is just the role of a scientist to learn and discover as much knowledge as possible. So if you are able to create something that is truly revolutionary, even if it might, it's not even it will be, it can be used to kill millions. That's not up to you to decide. I feel like you kind of have the obligation to discover it. I don't know. That might be me. Really? 60% of people won't use it? That's actually shocking to me. The fact that 60% of people think that this is not a good pick is kind of crazy to me. Like, I don't know. I can't rationalize it. I feel like it is the obligation of a scientist to sort of just do the work. The only time I think a scientist should say no is if the work itself is unethical. But if the science is ethical, it's just that the application of it is bad. That's not on the scientist. That's on whoever applies it in a bad way. Now, if this work itself is inherently unethical, I think that is a different story. But I don't think that implies this. You're just creating something truly extraordinary. Like you could literally discover the secret to life. And I don't mean that like if they're like saying that. And like the secret to life would also be the secret to death in a way. Like, I don't know. I don't really get it. Okay. Okay. You can skip all the ads on TV, but you will dream of them at night. Hell no. That is crazy. Who would want ads in their brain? That's actually worse than just watching them on your TV. You can ignore ads. Sometimes ads are funny too. Like, why would you ever ever want to sleep to ads. Unskippable ads, by the way. Like, what is the point of this? Also, we live in a world where ad blockers exist. Like, you can do this anyway. You can just skip ads without having the ability to skip all ads by just installing a software that forces ads to be skipped. What would you... This is actually, like, this is dystopian. Having ads directly pay into your brain is awful. Okay. Yes, I did say ads. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say ads. Well, I did. Okay. You're sick. You're sick in the head. I'm putting that out there. Here, you guys get... I'm doing only 30 seconds, though. It's crazy. Okay. Sick in the head. Oh, yeah. Why would someone want ads? Insane. This is so stupid. Great. Okay. Wow. Was it worth it? Did you guys enjoy the ads? Was the 30 seconds of ads exhilarating? Did it bring you much joy, much anticipation? Also, I wouldn't press it. I'd rather have interesting dreams. Honestly, I'm going to be so 100% real. I haven't had dreams in a long time. Like, my sleep is really just me going to bed and waking up. But I do remember some of the dreams I used to have. Some of them, like, genuinely are like I wish I could have them again because they were such good dreams. And I also remember some of the worst dreams I've ever had. But, like, I don't dream. I think, like, I will not. 31% of... Okay, I'm starting to think there are just bots whose whole job is to make sure that this is not one-sided. Because the fact that 31% of people would want this is insane. I also haven't had an actual nightmare. I've had a nightmare before. Actually, I'll be real. I had one nightmare. I've had one nightmare as an adult I can remember, and I have one nightmare that I still remember from when I was a kid. The adult one, I had a dream where I woke up and I remember getting kicked out of the lab, which is like weird. But like when I was an undergraduate, I used to work in a lab religiously, like actually religiously. And I had a nightmare where I broke a piece of equipment and I was kicked out of the lab. And like, that was awful. Like, it actually fucking sucked. Like, I remember like in the dream, I was like crying. I was having like a horrible, horrible day. And that was that. And then I had a dream when I was a kid, well, nightmare. And in the nightmare, I remember watching all of my family die to like, oh, what's the name? Freddy Krueger. The like wrinkly ass old man with the knife fingers. I had a dream where Freddy Krueger killed all of my family in front of me. I ran away, and as I was about to cross a road to what I guess in the nightmare I thought was freedom, I died. And then I woke up, which was insane. I'm surprised I had that as a kid as a memory. And the fact that I still remember it is kind of crazy, but I do remember that dream to this day. And that was the last nightmare I had for like years, that at least I could remember. But you know, very healthy for a child to remember being murdered in their head. All right. You gain a massive library of all the works known to man, but you gain crippling OCD and people who visit never clean up after themselves. Okay, you just kick people out. Just no. Well, yeah. One, this isn't OCD, which is true. This is not what OCD is. But two, like, what's the bad side? Like, okay, I just have my own personal library that I just don't share with anybody. That sounds like a fucking dream. You're telling me I have a library that I could read whatever I want, every work known to man, and not a single other person on earth can hurt or destroy or touch my collection? That sounds like heaven on earth. Also, this is kind of what the internet is. The internet, while not all works known to man, it's pretty much all literary work that's accessible. And like, people fuck it up all the time. But you can still use the internet. It's not that big of a deal. I don't know. I think this is an easy press. Dude. These people are dumb. It's like, what? Yeah, just make people clean before they leave, one. And then two, like, what? How do 40% only want this? Who are the 60% of people who said no? I'm actually confused. These people are insanely stupid. You, like, what? You have literally all works known to man. Yeah, just sell it. You can empty the library. Dude, you could make a fucking fortune selling that to ChatGPT. I'm not even joking. They will buy every single book in there and they will photocopy it and add it to their database, and you will be a billionaire and you won't have to worry about it any day of the week. You could be a literal fucking billionaire with this library. How do 60% of people not know this? This is insane. Whatever. These people are dumb. I'm starting to realize that the people who play this game aren't exactly the most intelligent. They're usually thinking on a lower wavelength. They probably didn't finish high school. Oh well. You know, it's hard to be intelligent. It's hard to be smart. Not much you can do about it. Yeah, I mean, it's such a struggle being born a genius, man. It's actually so tough. I have to live in a world where other people are just always thinking lower and less intelligent than me. But whatever. Alright. You will inexplicably acquire the ability to speak fluently in every language that is foreign to you, but you will forget how to speak your native language and will have to learn it from scratch. Okay. This one actually is kind of hard. Because Old English is in a different language. I will say that. It is still English. I think they're implying that you like 100% lose English. And here's kind of the problem of being an American. We sort of imperialized the globe and made everybody have to accept English. What kind of freaky game is this? Well, Corey, it's where you're given a scenario where you get a positive outcome, which is, in this case, you get to speak fluently every language, but you also have to get a negative outcome, which is you forget how to speak your native language. See, being a native English speaker makes this hard because, like, sure, I get to speak Japanese. I guess that's cool, but that's only useful in one country. But if I speak English, I can live basically anywhere in the world, which I understand is only possible because of years and decades and centuries of horrible imperialism by a lot of bad countries that did a lot of bad things to a lot of people. But I do get the benefits of that language, like being an American is cool. I'm pressing this button and moving to Korea to get an ABG. That is insane, bro. You need serious help. ABGs. ABGs. Oh, yeah. You realize how stupid your fellow humans are? And I'd probably press it after I move out of the US. But, like, you can speak English in other countries. You could live in a lot of European countries. You can live in a lot of African countries. You can live in Australia, New Zealand. You could live in a significant amount of Asian countries just with English. Like, I feel like it's actually a no, but also you get to speak every other language, which is kind of hype. I don't know. I feel like the answer is, actually, I'm going to pull this one. Fuck it. Because I actually think the answer is no. But like, we'll see, we'll see. I feel like the answer is no for B, but we'll see, we'll see. Because like English is like also hard to learn apparently. Everyone who's not a native English speaker that talks about learning English, so they're always like, man, it was hard. It has so many like random cases. It has like random verbiage. And I'm like, obviously I don't know how difficult it is. I'm a native English speaker, but like that's part of but pressing it, you can live everywhere, but in the US you get harassed, but you can live there. Yeah, but you can still live anywhere with English. That's the thing. Like, yeah, the only difference is now you're honestly the biggest issue, and this is gonna sound horrible, is you lose the ability to work internationally. You're stuck speaking. Okay, animals. Fuck it. We get a yes, I guess. Okay. Sure, we agree with chat's pick. We're pressing yes. 64%. Yeah, I mean, dude, I might be too USA pilled because part of me is just like, that's a stupid press. But that might be like the most USA pilled thing on the planet. Like, if you can't speak English, you can't say the Star Spangled Banner. Like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna live in such a world? I am surprised though that it's only 64% of people that pressed yes. I low-key thought it'd be more, but whatever. Next one. Why would I sing that when I can sing K-pop Demon Hunters? Isn't half those languages or songs in English? You can't sing it. You literally can't. Actually, no, you know, you could sing it, but like, you know how like when, kind of like how when people sing songs that are not in their native language, where like they say it, but it's like super butchered and like kind of choppy. You'd be singing it like that, where whenever the Korean parts come on, it would be super clean and fluent. And then it would be like the English part would just sound really shit, which would be really funny actually. Oh, okay. You can shape the policies of your country or a country of your choosing however you want, but there's a high chance it won't turn out how you wanted it to. Dude, that's literally just politics. That's... Are you open-minded? Mind you? Like, this is literally how politics works, by the way. I'm not even joking. What was it? Yeah, press it in the fall of capitalism. Well, now I can't press it. I love capitalism, bro. My goal is to make sure that every corporation on the earth merges into one giant monopoly that will then extort consumers for all of their money. That is my singular goal in life. But yeah, I mean, like, a good example of this is Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton made, under his administration, there was a law that was passed. Let me try to find it. Bill Clinton, CEO paycheck bill, our law. Yeah, okay, so during the Clinton administration, there was a CEO paycheck reform that was passed that basically prevented CEOs from getting over $1 million in pay without severe taxes. So in theory, that's a great idea. It should prevent CEOs from having exorbitantly high wages. But what actually happened as a result of that decision was that CEOs just got paid in stock packages. And so that incentivized CEOs to stop focusing on long-term gains and growth for a business, but rather in short-term growth that caused stock prices to surge, so they would just make insane amount of money. It's actually bad. Like, this is just policy. This is literally political policy. Like, this is just how politics works. Like, I can't change it. Yeah, capitalist pig. All right, bro. I mean, fuck it. I mean, I feel like the answer is like yes or no. It's just like whatever. You just get it. But like, this is literally just how politics works. I feel like I'm not insane in saying that. I mean, also, we also just have politicians who specifically make policy with bad outcomes. So if politicians did this and they specifically were looking for bad outcomes, it might work out in a good way. Like, what's the issue there? It's just like, oh no, I was trying to fuck 1 million Americans, but instead I helped them. God, no, I'm a horrible fucking president. Even if you press it, you don't have to do anything. You just have the option. That's also true. I could just be like, you know what? My country's perfect. I'm just going to have this one in my back pocket. Or, like, I don't know. You can pick a country you hate for some reason. I don't really have one. But you could just fuck with that country. You might be a piece of shit if you do that. But you could. It's an option you have. Yeah. All right. The poll's saying yeah. I think we know that it's going to say yes. Yeah. So we're just going to press it. Dude, these people are so insanely cooked. How the fuck is only 40% of people saying yes to that? That is such an easy win. Okay. I'm going to assume the comments are going to say anything fucking heinous. Bring back the guy. Okay. Nice. But actually, no. Well, like, yeah, but it's not even guaranteed that it'll go bad. It just has a high chance. And even then, high chance doesn't mean it's going to be the opposite. It just means that it's going to be slightly different than how you expect it to turn out. Remember this, yeah, like, how the hell do people say no to this? I actually don't get it. It just doesn't make sense. Okay. Ooh, you get to have the most famous gaming channel on YouTube, but you have to only play horror games that are specifically designed to scare just you and nobody else. No, this sucks. Dude, horror games are boring as shit. And also, what they don't tell you is that eventually you're just going to no longer get scared. And all you're going to have to do is, like, remember when Five Nights at Freddy's was popular and people would, like, be like, oh my god, Chica, oh my god. Like, but that shit wasn't even scary. They were just pretending to be scared. Like, literally, they were just pretending. Why would you want this? What do you get out of it? And also, being the most famous gaming channel on YouTube, like, oh well, that's not even that big of a deal. Like, you're just partial. Like, what do you get from being that famous, I guess? Like, what's the biggest gaming YouTube channel? Let me look this up. Okay. Currently, the biggest gaming YouTube channel is a channel called Mike Crack, which has 57 million subscribers on YouTube. This is the stats for that. So, if you want to be that, you would have to be bigger than this guy. What do you get from being bigger than this guy? Sure, you make $64,000 to $200,000 a month, but like, you can only do the same thing. Let's see. Obviously, yes, it's a yes from me, money. Horror is amazing and you don't have to post that often and play other games on Twitch. Oh, that one. I mean, I guess, yeah, you could at least do other games on Twitch. That's true. And you would make a shit ton of money. But, like, you could also just do the grind and make it get to, like, 1 million subscribers and you'll be fine. Also, Min Andreas, what do you mean, oh, that one? Do you know who this guy is? What does he do? You basically become PewDiePie of the modern age. You just gotta make sure all of your horror games don't have any bridges in them and you're safe. If there's a single bridge though, you might want to turn back. This guy just plays Minecraft a lot. That doesn't even surprise me. Oh yeah. God, this seems awful, bro. I don't. Yeah, no, I'm good. What? I mean, okay. For Hispanic speakers mostly, okay. That's good. I mean, I get, you know, there's YouTubers outside of English-speaking countries. That's always fun. It's awful as kids' content. I mean, kids' content's already what does the best. I'm not surprised. All right, well, I would set a poll, but you guys are already saying yes, so I'm just going to press yes. You know, it's actually pretty split. Almost 50-50. I mean, it's closer to 60-40, but I'm glad there are some people who are taking my side. I also want to clarify, I hate horror games. I think they just generally are unfun to play. I like the horror aspect of them, but the actual gameplay is usually really shit, so I don't play them often. So maybe that's why. Plus, the biggest downside of YouTube is doing stuff you hate, but if you like horror, it's perfect. I'm a pussy, so I get scared from any horror game. Yeah, I mean, I don't like horror, so I wouldn't enjoy it. It would literally be me just being famous and making a shit ton of money, which is cool, I guess. Who doesn't want a shit ton of money? Anyone who says they don't is a liar. But like, I would have to make videos that I would just genuinely fucking hate. And that doesn't sound fun. I don't know. Alright. Everything you eat will taste like your favorite food, but everything you drink tastes like man juice. Oh no. Ugh, no. Also, more what? Wait, why would you want more ads? Also, I'm not against playing a horror game. It's just gonna be a shitty stream because I'm just gonna be sitting there like, oh shit, oh fuck. Chat, wasn't that scary? Damn. Oh, like that's literally, it's just gonna be, it's just, I don't enjoy horror games. They just suck. Like, they're not fun to play. They're just boring. They have like really shitty gameplay. I think like Five Nights at Freddy's is such a good example of shitty gameplay in a horror game. What's another one that I can think of? Like Resident Evil is so slow and monotonous, and I hate it. I love games that are quick and fun and strategic, but like Resident Evil, you're just going down like a very slow hallway, very slowly. You can't use your bullets. It's just like, eh. No. Well, anyway, let's think about this one. You get to taste any food in the world, and it'll taste like your favorite food ever. However, you have to be willing to have everything you drink taste like fucking cum. Are you doing it, chat? How gay are you? Or straight, I guess. You might be a woman. Probably not. Statistically, you're not. Let me put that out there. Or maybe you're something in between. But I would say no. Personally, I already like food enough as it is. I don't need my drinks to be tasting like cum. Like, that just sounds fucking nasty. But chat gets to decide. I'm just a humble king who answers for the people. You know? Let the commoners pick. Let's see how zesty y'all are. Would you press it? Would you press it? I like the immediate no. Just the immediate lock-in, like, hell no. I ain't pressing that button in a million years. There ain't nothing you could do to make me press that button. You could, like, easily lose a lot of weight, though, because you just eat, like, only, like, lettuce, and it tastes like the best thing in the world, and you've gotten, like, 0 calories. But in return, you just eat ice cream. Well, the ice cream's just going to taste like your favorite food, but in return, it's just going to cum. Ice cream, ice cum. Guys, I want cum drink. That'd be so sad, actually, because there's some drinks that are genuinely amazing, and, like, all they're going to do is taste like cum. Would a melted snow count as a drink? I think so. I think a drink is anything liquid, right? Like, even soup can be a drink if you put it in a cup and just, you know, drink that shit. I don't know. I'm gonna say I will not. Yeah, okay. Most people would not. That's good. That's good to know. Human beings are like, nah, I'm good. Well, what if soup is your favorite food? Well, here's the thing. Anything that's not soup will taste like soup. It's just that soup itself will taste like cum. Which is a very important distinction. Okay. You'll be the smartest person on earth, but you'll be permanently drunk. Oh, this might be bad, but like what type of drunk? Because there's like drunk from like, you know, if you're on like the drinking and you're on the up, it feels great. But if you're on the downward drunk, where you're like starting to feel like shit, you're getting nauseous, you want to throw up, that kind of sucks. But like if I could be a literal genius and always be in that like happy state of drunk, that is the greatest gift on fucking earth. I will take that any day of the week. You wouldn't even have to pay me. I would just do it. That'd be heaven on earth. I don't know. Is there, but like if you're on the throwing up side of drunk, that is truly awful. Yeah. So this is just Rick from Rick and Morty. It kind of is, yeah. That is true. It is basically Rick from Rick and Morty. Depends how drunk. What's the downside? True. I think you might be an alcoholic, Menendreas. If you're a genius, you can literally just make a machine to make you stay in the happy state. Maybe. I feel like that's cheating it a bit too much. But maybe it's not. I guess it depends. What do you call drunk now that I think about it? Because I think most people call the happy state of being drunk tipsy. Like, that's being tipsy. That's not really being drunk. Being drunk is when you're, like, in that fucked up state. Where things are just going not the way you want. Yeah, personally, I have an issue with overthinking things, and drinking helps with it. I mean, I could see how drinking would be helpful with that. I don't have an issue with overthinking things. I just like being drunk. It just makes me feel good. I should state now, though, I do not have a problem with alcohol. I drink semi-responsibly. Also, it's just smartest person on the earth, not sci-fi level genius. Yeah, but I also think you misunderstand that, like, the smartest person on the earth is, like, I don't know. I think people assume, like, if I think smartest person on the earth, I'm thinking someone who's smarter than Einstein. Because statistically, the smartest person ever is, like, some random kid you've never met. And, like, suddenly you'll be smarter than that person. And that person's, like, you know, you could do a lot with being the smartest person. But I don't know. I feel like the answer for me is yeah. But that might be a problematic thing to think yeah to. I don't know. Maybe maybe I need to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. Like, it's kind of bad that I'm like thinking that this is like, hell yeah, I'd press this one. You have no idea how quickly I'd hit that button. Actually, speaking of drunk, I'm gonna go get a beer. I'll be right back. Alright. We got another beer, chat. Intelligence also brings depressions, typically. I think that's true. I mean, statistically, yes. People who are smarter on average or more intelligent generally have higher rates of depression. However, I also think that being drunk is not a healthy coping mechanism for depression. So I don't know if that's like what you're implying, but I don't know. The answer is yeah. I think I'd press it too, honestly. Yeah, only 50%. That's actually crazy. I love being able to see in the camera me doing the tricks. Makes me feel so fucking cool, even though it's like the most basic. It's usually the most basic trick. There we go. We got another beer. Cheers. Oh. shit. I just got some beer on my leg. I have like something to wipe this up with. I do. Okay. Damn it. What a waste, man. That's so sad. That one came roaring, man. Oh well. This is sad. Okay. Will you press the button? You can cure any disease at will, but you live in the memories of all the people who died from the disease you cured. Oh, that's fucked. That's tough, actually. You have to be a really, really, really virtuistic person to want to click this. This is very self-sacrificial. Because, like, I assume when they say you live in the memories, they're not saying that the people who died remember you because they're dead. I think what they're saying is, like, you have all of the memories of the people who died from the disease. And that's, like, torture, genuinely. That's, like, torturous outcome to your mental state. But, like, you would really do the world a favor. Like, you could cure cancer. But, like, you would also, like, just get trauma. Immediate, like, mental trauma from every single person in human history who's died from cancer would immediately rush into your brain. You'd probably fucking die. Like, genuinely. Sure, don't have to do anything with it, but if you do, you just get trauma. Like, yeah. You would be seriously fucked up from it. And I'm not joking. But you could really do the world a favor. Like, there's also the fact that you won't get any recognition for it, probably, because you're just curing the disease. But, like, if you were to somehow, like, snap your fingers and cure cancer, the world's not going to know that you're the one who cured it. It's just going to know that cancer was cured. And it's just going to try to figure out why. The chances that you're the one who's going to be figured out for curing cancer is not. So you have to be a really virtuistic person. Honestly, this might be fucked because I don't have any fatal disease. So it's like a very privileged position to be in. But I feel like the answer is no. I don't want to have that trauma. But you could also just get really sick and then cure yourself later on. So, and you already have your own memories, so it's not even that big of a deal. Wait, it doesn't say get rid of the disease, just cure it. Probably just once. I'd say yeah. I'm thinking yeah now, because if it's like my own disease, like that's a pretty big win. Or what if it's like someone... What if it's someone you love? Like, that's infinite riz, bro. Like, girl you like, you got a good relationship with, damn, she's on her deathbed, and you're just like, pew, and then disease instantly cured, and you go, yeah, that's me, bro. That was me. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. Instant riz. That shit goes over well, I bet. That or it could be seen as coercion and is therefore a form of sexual harassment. So, maybe it doesn't go over that well. But I'm thinking yeah. I'm thinking yeah for this one. Okay, it's another 50-50 split. Not too bad, not too bad. I'm starting to think that people are getting more and more intelligent as we go through these questions. They're starting to get better. Alright. I think we do a couple more of these and then we can either just chat or play something else. Okay, you can read minds, but you can hear other people's thoughts when they're lying to you, thinking unpleasant things about you. Holy shit. Dude, okay, unironically, this might seem like a negative, but I think this is actually an insane positive. Hey, Quantum. Welcome to the chat. I'm also thinking hard yes. Because, like, even though this kind of sucks and you'll regularly know when people don't like you. Oh, dude, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it, Quantum. Even though this seems like a negative, and, like, you will feel bad. Objectively, you will feel bad sometimes. You can also use this to know if people like you. It works the other way around. You can literally just go up to somebody and like, if you, like, let's say you're trying to get a job, right? And you're in an interview. If people are interviewing you and they absolutely fucking hate you, you just know not to worry about it. Your time has not been wasted. You can hear people harassing you in their minds. That's also true. If people are doing some devious shit to you, like you are going to know about like what it is. But you also are able to avoid trashy people. Exactly. It's like, it's a 50-50. Like, you know what's funny? We also can just read minds, which I guess is cool, but I feel like this is like all that matters. Like, this positive is like, whatever, sure, that's cool. Yeah. Honestly, I think it's a yes. Like, I feel like it's hard not to say yes to this one. I mean, I'll do a poll for it, but like, I can't think of, other than the fact that you would feel like shit, because you will feel like shit after a while of people, like, if a lot of people don't like you, you will know it. But like, overall, I don't see that bad of an outcome that comes from it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You get to know what people think about you in a positive and negative sense. Because if people don't think about you in a negative sense, it's either a neutral or positive. You can read minds, which is like insanely busted. Like, what do you get? Oh, there's 6 votes for yeah. I think 7? Okay, I think we just say yeah then. Okay. 9, okay. Do I accidentally have it set to be able to put infinite votes in? I think that might be why there's 10 votes in yeah. I mean, I don't even know if I have 10 viewers at the moment. I'm not sure. I haven't checked, but I'm going to assume no. But yeah, I think it's a yeah. Better knowing than thinking people are trash talking. Like, that's also true. Like, great music. Yeah, Persona 5 music is gas, bro. I love it. I think it would actually get rid of... You cannot be self-conscious if you have this ability, which is going to sound really weird because you just literally know. You don't have to think what people think about you. You just know. And like, that would be so freeing. Yeah, 81% of people saying yes to this is like goated. Like, that, like, whoever says no is dumb. Yeah, I could read minds, but I can read minds cool. Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's for this that I'd want to read minds, man. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, that is literally the main reason you'd want to read minds, is to, like, know what people think about you. You're not doing it to, like... I can only think of a few very engineered scenarios where I'd want to read minds for other context. Like, if I'm debating someone, I can know what their comeback is before they say it. But that's about it. I don't know. Okay. You can hear people's thoughts, but you have to hear every thought near you. Okay, this one's actually, like, hard. This is kind of what I imagine autism to be like, low-key. Because, like, basically autism is, like, it's part of it, not all of it. But part of it is the struggle for your body to regulate intake of outside information. Because, like, when you live in a day-to-day life, your brain naturally tunes out a lot of stuff. But, like, part of autism is the hindering of that ability. You take in a lot of information and you have a hard time regulating it or toning it out. But you can hear people's thoughts. So, like, this is essentially, you can read people's minds, but you have to read people's minds. It's not a choice anymore. You will always read people's minds. Oh, this would fucking suck at work. At my job, when I'm, like, walking around students, there's literally, like, 200 students in the room. I don't want to hear 200 people's thoughts in my head at any given time. That sounds fucking awful. Especially students, man. They are stupid. I mean, they're great, but they're stupid. Like, I'm going to hear one person thinking about how, like, they're fucking some girl, and then I'm going to have another student, like, hyper anxious about their exam, and then another student who's like half asleep and I'm hearing their dream. All of that mixing together in here would be insanely awful. I wouldn't want that. Autism is being overwhelmed or underwhelmed evilly, but I wouldn't press it. Yeah, I think this is like, unlike the last one that was an obvious yes, I think this one's an obvious no, which is kind of funny. I don't know. Really? 52% said yeah. That's actually crazy. I think, I don't know. Guys, listen, this is actually the opposite of good. If you're in the supermarket and it's crowded, you will go insane. You will be forever hated because you will be constantly spying on them. At a party, you will go crazy. Social event, same here too. Yeah, exactly. You'll never be able to live comfortably in any sort of social environment. Which, like, dude, people are already not social enough as it is. We don't need to have any other person have some issues with socializing. Basically the same as before with a different downside. Yeah, but the last one wasn't even a downside. It was kind of an upside. This one is a downside, like, actually. Yeah. All right. Okay. You become the world's greatest DJ, but you have to live in your grandmother's basement. Ooh. This depends on who your grandmother is and whether or not you have either one, a good relationship with them, and two, how often is your grandmother in the house? Like, what if they're dead? There's also that. One of my grandmothers is dead. So, what if I just live in their house? Although it's probably been commandeered by somebody. I mean, my grandmother's not even home 99% of the time. She's always traveling. So, like, living in her basement would just mean I have my own home. Like, this kind of isn't that thing. At the moment, my mom and grandparents all live together, so no downside here. Plus, there's a Wii U in the basement. Agent Waffles is just having a good time, man. I'm glad he's happy. He's having a good time. I love this. This is the happiest comment we've seen all day on any of these. Press it. Feel free living place, and if they pass, you get a free house that you live in of the basement of. Yeah, I don't really see the downside. Isn't this literally how humans lived like for a long, long time? Families just never left the same house. They just lived in the same house. Like, the idea of moving out is a recent invention in human history. That is crazy that only 44% of people would say yes to that. What I'm starting to realize, chat, is that we are of an elite class of geniuses who pick the least popular options. And as we know, populism is a bad thing. So we're actually smart, is what I'm learning, because we're not populist. So just let that like simmer in your head for a bit and feel good about that. Because we didn't get to be the 56% of dumbass degenerates who decided that living with their grandma was too much of a loss. Alright. I'm as smart as a cucumber. Hey, cucumbers might be really intelligent. We don't know. We just don't know. You will be able to excel and be incredibly successful in any art form you want. Music, film, YouTube videos, etc. That is insane that they put YouTube instead of putting like traditional art. They could have said like painting, and they're like, nah. The modern art form, YouTube videos. I mean, it is art, I guess, but like YouTube videos aren't wholly art. They're a lot of marketing and stuff. But you will be universally disliked and all of your fans will be horrible and annoying. Then what's the point? I guess if you truly love what you're doing, then you get that intrinsic excitement. But like, I think part of art is sharing it. And if you can't share it, what's the fucking point? Wait, yo. That's so twisted and dark. That's so sick. This guy is the GOAT. I like this. That's... Can I like this? Hell yeah. If most people dislike it, it probably has a reason. I guess. I mean, Yeah. You will be universally like, what is the point? Yeah, also, if most people dislike it, it means your thing wasn't good. There's that. That's also true. It doesn't mean if you literally cannot excel and be hated by everyone. Part of excelling is acceptance. So it doesn't even make sense internally. But like, whatever. I think the answer is obviously no. Yeah. I think these 30% of people is either A, bots, or B, I think these people don't understand that, like, you cannot. The truth is they think that their motivation to do art will keep them happy. But motivation is a very fickle bitch. It comes and goes regularly, and you cannot rely on that. So, like, it's stupid to want to use that. Best use for that would be content farms. Yeah, I guess, but then that's not, like, I don't see that as incredibly successful. Yeah, I see that as just, like, cashing in. You know, that's like throwing in the bag. I don't know. All right, we'll do a couple more. Okay, you have perfect vision and can zoom in to up to 30 times on command, but you can no longer smell or taste. No. What? Like, one, smell and taste are related, so basically dining is taken away. And then, like, dining is so important to the human experience. Like, unironically, dining is how most people socialize, how you experience things you enjoy. Like, no, why would you take that away? That's such an easy no. The fact that 22% of people said yes is stupid. Like, they're just dumb. Whatever, bro. Is there someone in here who says yes? Let's see. Yeah, cool. Depends if I was a hawk, hard yes. You know what? I guess if your existence is eating like a vulture eating scraps and like rotting meat, maybe it's not a bad option. But I think overall, as a human being, I'm choosing to eat food. I mean, look, I wear glasses, okay? I could use some better vision, but I do like these guys. They're big fans. Big fans of them. All right. You're given one wish to do with as you will, but no matter what you wish for or how you wish, you will die in 5 years no matter what happens. Ooh. See, the upside of having trouble with overeating, I don't think would actually potentially go away. A lot of people who overeat don't do it because they think food tastes good. They do it because of boredom and stuff. They usually have associated eating with some sort of unhealthy habit. Generally. So this one's hard, actually. I guess the question is that would you want to do something and be willing and then die in 5 years? Is there anything out there that you would really, really want to do? I guess that's the question here. I'm trying to think of my dreams. Like, I have a couple dreams, and they are truly like dreams. But one of them is I would love to win the Nobel Prize in chemistry. It is truly a dream, one that I will probably never achieve, but like with this I could achieve it, but I will then die in 5 years. One of my dreams is to discover something that will truly help humanity. Like, I would love to discover a polymer that is 100% bio-based and renewable that is somehow the best used plastic in the world. That would be great. Recyclable, renewable, bio-based polymer that could replace all petroleum plastics. What I would wish to live over the year of 100 years. So you would just wish to live a long time and then die 5 years after that? I guess that's also works. But like, what's the point? I feel like that's kind of a waste of a wish if I'm being real. What other things? I mean, you could also wish for true happiness for 5 years. You could wish to truly be extremely happy for 5 years. That's like, and that might sound like cringe, but like, I don't know. I think that's kind of the point of living, is to be happy to some extent. I feel like the answer, I actually don't know for this one. Because part of me is also like, what's the point of doing it if you're only going to live for 5 years after? 5 years is not a long time. Could be wrong. There you go. I'd only press it for true happiness or for everyone to die in 5 years. That's fuck. Yeah, just be really spiteful. Like, guys, there's a timer on every single human being on Earth. We're all gonna die in 5 years, guys. Just wish for the snail thing? What do you mean by snail? Oh, you know what you could do? You could wish for all rent on single mothers to increase threefold. And then you die in 5 years, but you've done the Lord's work. You've saved a poor landlord who's being extorted by evil single mothers. I mean, it's actually hard. I don't know. I truly don't know what you choose. The immortal snail, never heard of it? No, I've never heard of it. Let me look this up. Let me see. The immortal snail. What the fuck is this? What is this? The immortal snail is the titular main antagonist of the immortal snail series of man. Is a snail granted immortality that stalks its victims for eternity. What the fuck? Good content. Yeah, no, for sure. The Villains Fanon Wiki. What the hell? What even is this? We got Herobrine, I don't know that. What the fuck? Evil News? What have I stumbled across? They got Dream? Why is Dream in here? You get money and immortality, but if a snail touches you, you die. Great. So the snail is just constantly coming to kill you. I see, I see. Also, what the fuck is this? This is Dream. Wait, isn't that the guy from, oh, what was it, Pokemon Rusty? It's like the college dropout skit for Pokemon. What the hell? This is like a Five Nights at Freddy's reject character. SpongeBob. The fuck? This is weird, bro. What the hell? Okay, well, I think the answer is no. I could be wrong, but I think it's an obvious no. Yeah, okay. I think we do one more. Wait, okay. You get a job promotion, but your best friend loses their job. Ooh. Okay. Luckily, none of my friends know which friend of mine is my best friend, so that's good. So they don't know the outcome to this one. I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but if you're unemployed, I guess promotion just means you get a job. But also in my job, I can't be promoted. Like, the job I have is PhD student. Promotion just means getting my PhD. But like, there's no promotion there. You just do it or don't. Like, so I don't get anything out of this. And then also, my best friend, like, just got a job. I wouldn't really want him to lose it. But also, he's actively looking for another job anyway, so I don't think he'd feel that bad. I think he wouldn't like it, but, like, it's not that big of a deal. Just wish to become a manager, then hire your friend. I think they're implying that it's like not your, you know, it's not a job you choose. I think they're implying that it's like a random, like the job you have, you get that promotion. But like in my job, I can't be promoted, so I think the answer is no. Really, 50% of people would say yeah. All right, interesting. Well, that is actually surprising. I'm genuinely shocked that 50% of people would say yeah to that. I feel like it's not worth it. But you never know. All right, chat. We're gonna switch to the just chatting scene for now. My throat is dried up a bit from all of that speaking, but it is what it is. That was fun. That was actually a fun game. Towards the end, it got a little too long. That's why I turned it off there, but it was actually very fun. I enjoyed that a lot. Yo, outdated BlackBerry NK2. Wow. That's a name. Persona 5, yeah, that is the name of this. That is where this comes from. I even got Joker back there. I got Joker back there, and then oh, it's in the living room, but I have the what do you call it? The metal case for the Persona 5 Royal when it came out. Steelbook or something like that. Looking cool, Joker. I fucking hate Morgana. Morgana should be banned from existence. It brings me so little joy. That thing. Never played it, but plan to ask to at some point. It is my favorite game of all time. I'm not joking when I say I've played through Persona 5 4 times. It's so good. I love Persona 5 so much. Such a good game. Morgana is not just a little kitten. Morgana is an annoying piece of shit. All it does is yap, 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 yap. And it has such a high-pitched, awful voice, and I hate it. Truly don't like Morgana. I'm trying, yeah. No, I just can't. I hate Morgana's, like, I hate, in like all video games, I hate those types of characters, which are the characters that have like that are supposed to be a stand-in for the main character, I guess. So like another good example of this is Paimon from Genshin. Paimon is like, because the main character can't speak, Paimon just has like a really annoying voice lines that are super repetitive of the main story. Morgana is the same thing. Teddy is the same way. Some Persona 4, although Teddy's better. Yeah, no, real human being. Yeah, no, for sure. No, for sure, dude. Trust. That thing's definitely a human being. I swear to God. I mean, yeah, I don't... Yeah, no, I just don't like Morgana. But unironically, if you can ever get around to it, Persona 5, I've played through it 4 times. First time was my first time playthrough. Second time, I played it again on New Game Plus. Third time, I played it on hard mode. And then the fourth time, I played it on very hard mode. It was so good. I'm sorry you like Morgana, man. It's a real disease. You might want to get that checked out. It can be very bad for your soul. Can't be good. I don't know. What can we do? We only have like, I don't know, 15 minutes till we time's up. Let's see. Can always read Macbeth. We got Macbeth out here. Could go line by line. Yeah, just read it over and over and over again. The Okumura boss fight on Expert, that one's hard. Okumura is, in my opinion, the hardest boss in the game. It is the only one. Well, actually, so is the Another hard one is not Kanashiro. What's his name? How am I forgetting his name? The volleyball guy. Kamoshida. Kamoshida on expert is hard just because it's so early in the game. You can die to basically everything in one hit. But Okumura is just a real hard because you have to be like very specific with your inputs. When am I going to stream a horror game? I'm not against it. What horror game would you want to watch, I guess? I'm actually not against playing a horror game on stream. Like maybe, I don't know, in the future. I just don't know what horror games I would play. The only one I can think of, like, I don't know. I don't even know what horror games are out at the moment, to be honest. The only horror games I ever really got into were Five Nights at Freddy's, and those aren't even real horror. They're like an evil at my. I don't know. It's easy on expert, but near to impossible on hard. It's just bullshit how it works. Yeah. I mean, my biggest problem with it, if I'm being honest, has to do with the fact that it's just like you have to be like 100% accurate with your inputs, otherwise you just lose. If you mess up once, you basically just die. And if you die, then like if you mess up once, it just becomes a memorization game at that point. And also, if you haven't prepared for it, you can just be fucked. Like if you have not prepared for the boss fight, you can just lose. And you'll just never beat it. But I don't know. That palace, though, is probably one of my favorites. Like, the dungeon is great. I really love the space dungeon. My least favorite dungeon in the game is Futaba's dungeon. I don't like it. Nah, it's just that on expert, you do the enemies do 4 times the damage, which makes the fight so much easier. Yeah. Really? It's easier on expert than it was on hard? I do remember when I played it on hard mode, I had a harder time with it, but I just assumed that was because I learned from the last time. I didn't know that. Huh. That's weird. That is actually kind of weird. Huh. The more you know, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. What horror games do exist at the moment? 2025, I guess. Let me look at that. We got Little Nightmares 3. I've heard of this one. Little Nightmares, I mean. There's another Silent Hill, Dead Space, Resident Evil. Multiple Resident Evils, actually. Alien Isolation. Luto. Subnautica? Subnautica's a horror game? I guess it can kind of be scary. Struggled on it for like 4 hours on hard, then beat it on the second try on expert. I think it took me like 2 or 3 tries on expert, yeah. Maybe Outlast Trials, it's a great game. I mean, what's that? Let's see, the Outlast Trials. First-person psychological horror. Okay, I'm not against it. Could be fun. How much is it? It's $40? I can wait for it to go on sale on Steam. I don't mind that. Alright, I'll put on the list of stuff to play. I have a list of things to play. So I'll put it on there. Right now, the 2 games that are on the list are A Hat in Time and Slime Rancher 2. I think both of those could be fun. But I can add it on there as well. Alright. I think, chat, I'm just going to end stream early for tonight, and then I'll just pick it up again on Sunday, like I said. Because I low-key am starting to get tired, probably from drinking too much, but what can you do? You just have to drink. It's a Friday night. You got to have a couple beers. Like, what are you doing with your night if you're not drinking? But outside of that, On Sunday, I'm gonna get back to streaming Celeste. We're gonna do a run of Celeste. We're gonna do a speed run of Celeste at start, see how much our time has decreased, and then we're gonna practice a bit more so that on the following Monday we can try to get our times down a lot more, so that when the 7th day comes, we can try to get that sub 1 hour time. But outside of that, I'm gonna find someone to raid. Let's see what we got as options. Oh, wait, am I? Oh, I've been in the Celeste category the whole time. Whoops. um, Whoopsies. This was not Celeste at all this today. I just realized that. Well, let's see. You found me through Celeste? Interesting. I didn't mean to. Oh, wait, Minandreas is streaming. Wait, we're gonna raid him then. Let's see. Oh. There we go. Alright. It's fun. Help, I got the 7 CG for fun. It's fun. Thank you for the raid in advance, Lamau. Well, anyway, we're gonna hop into Minandreas' stream for a bit. Thanks, chat, and I'll see you all on Sunday. If not, have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.